Are you struggling to lose weight? Are you confused by all the conflicting information out there on nutrition? If you answered yes, then keep watching, because today, I'm going to explain exactly how your metabolism actually works, so you can finally lose weight and keep it off for good. You see, most diets fail because they only focus on one piece of the puzzle, what we call energy balance. This is the idea that if you eat fewer calories than you burn, you will lose weight. But this is a gross oversimplification of a very complex system. And it's also not the whole picture, because it doesn't take into account the quality of the food you're eating or the impact it has on your hormones and metabolism. Let me start by asking you a question. Which of these two scenarios do you think would lead to more weight loss? Person A eats 2,000 calories per day from highly processed foods like cookies, donuts, and white bread, or person B, who eats 2,000 calories per day from whole nutritious foods like chicken, fish, fruit, and vegetables? The answer is obviously B, but why? Isn't it just about the calories in versus calories out? Well, yes, technically, but that's not the whole story. What is really happening in person A is that their body is being flooded with refined carbohydrates and unhealthy fats, which causes their blood sugar levels to spike. This triggers an insulin release from their pancreas, which converts excess energy into fat and stores it in their liver and body fat tissue. Over time, this leads to weight gain and a higher risk of developing chronic diseases like diabetes and heart disease. On the other hand, person B is eating whole nutritious foods that are rich in fiber, vitamins, and minerals. These foods digest more slowly, which means that their blood sugar levels don't spike as much. They also tend to be more filling, which means person B is less likely to overeat and gain weight. Now let's take this a step further. What happens when person A tries to cut their calorie intake to 1,500 calories per day to lose weight? Well, their body is already very efficient at converting everything they eat into fat. So instead of losing weight, they end up feeling hungry and deprived all the time. Their metabolism slows down because their body is in starvation mode, and it's holding on to every calorie it can get. Eventually, they give up on the diet and go back to their old ways, gaining even more weight in the process. But what happens when person B cuts their calorie intake to 1,500 calories per day? Well, because their body is already burning fat for fuel, they actually have a lot more flexibility with their diet. They can still eat plenty of healthy foods that are rich in nutrients without worrying about spiking their blood sugar or triggering insulin resistance. They also won't feel as hungry because their body is getting the nourishment it needs to function properly. As a result, they're more likely to stick to their diet and ultimately lose weight successfully. This is why restrictive diets often fail. They ignore the importance of eating the right foods that support a healthy metabolism. Instead, they focus solely on calorie counting, which can lead to nutrient deficiencies, hormonal imbalances, and a slower metabolism. So now that you understand the basics of metabolism, let's talk about how you can boost yours. To make it simple, you want to do 3 main things. First, build muscle. Muscle is metabolically active tissue, which means that it burns calories even at rest. The more muscle you have, the higher your resting metabolic rate will be. You can build muscle by lifting weights or doing other forms of resistance training like Pilates or yoga. Aim for at least 2 to 3 sessions per week. Second, move your body. Exercise can help you burn calories, improve your cardiovascular health, and boost your mood. It can also help prevent obesity and chronic diseases like diabetes and heart disease. It's important to find activities that you enjoy and that fit into your lifestyle. This could include anything from dancing to gardening to hiking. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise per week. Third, increase your NEAT. NEAT stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. It's the energy you expend doing anything other than sleeping or exercise. For example, fidgeting, standing up from your seat, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, or even walking while you're on the phone. Increasing your NEAT can help you burn additional calories and improve your overall health. One study found that people who had a higher NEAT were able to maintain a healthy weight and reduce their risk of chronic diseases, even though they didn't intentionally try to lose weight or change their diet. NEAT can make up almost a quarter of your daily energy expenditure, meaning that small changes like standing up from your seat every 30 minutes can add up to significant weight loss over time. In fact, studies show that people who fidget more and stand up regularly throughout the day tend to weigh less than those who stay seated for long periods. So now you know that to lose weight and keep it off, you need to focus on building muscle, moving your body, and increasing your NEAT. But how does that translate into actual foods and habits? Here are some simple changes you can make to boost your metabolism starting today. Drink plenty of water. Water helps your body transport nutrients and oxygen, which increases the efficiency of your metabolism. Staying hydrated also helps prevent dehydration, which can slow down your metabolism. Aim to drink at least 8 cups of water per day. Eat protein at every meal. Protein requires more energy to digest than carbs or fat, which means that it can help boost your metabolism slightly. Protein also helps you feel full and satisfied after meals, which can prevent overeating later on. Good sources of protein include chicken, fish, beans, lentils, tofu, and Greek yogurt. Don't skip breakfast. Breakfast literally kickstarts your metabolism for the day. Eating breakfast can help increase your metabolic rate by 10%, according to a recent study. Plus, breakfast provides the energy you need to tackle your day without feeling hungry or deprived. Get enough sleep? Sleep deprivation can disrupt your hormone levels, leading to weight gain and a slower metabolism. Getting enough sleep, on the other hand, can help regulate your hormones and keep your metabolism humming along smoothly. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night. Manage your stress levels. Chronic stress can raise cortisol levels, which can lead to weight gain and belly fat specifically. Find healthy ways to manage your stress, such as through exercise, yoga, meditation, or spending time in nature. And here's a bonus tip: intermittent fasting. This is an eating pattern that involves cycling between periods of eating and fasting. It can help boost your metabolism by increasing the amount of time your body spends burning fat for fuel. One study, for example, found that intermittent fasting led to a 7% reduction in body fat in overweight and obese adults over a 12-week period. Remember, sustainable strategies matter more than temporary fixes. Crash dieting and extreme workouts may seem like the quickest way to lose weight, but they can actually backfire and cause you to gain even more weight in the long run. That's why it's important to focus on making gradual, sustainable changes to your diet and lifestyle. These changes may not be as exciting as the latest fad diet, but they will have a much more lasting impact on your health and well-being. If you liked this video, click the link below for more tips on healthy weight loss. If you want that sustainable metabolic boost, natural, healthy transformation, today is the day to begin. Want more guidance? Find step-by-step support with the Smoothie Diet. Link in the description. Because when your metabolism works for you, not against you, weight loss finally becomes easier and more sustainable.